Of the story, we see a scene inside a game where our hero's team is easily beating everyone. They were using their radar to find enemies and kill them very easily. Later we see that our main character's name is Sakamoto. He says that there's no one left in Japan who can match us, so we now have to play against top-ranked players from abroad. Otherwise my rank won't go up. And then a team ranked number 2 in the world challenges them, which they immediately accept. Then Sakamoto says that this game is very famous and in it you cannot use guns. You can only use bombs. And depending on the situation you have to find enemies with the help of a sonic radar and kill them. And by doing this you can become the winner of the game. After that he says that he is 22 years old, but still doesn't have a job. He spends the whole day at home just playing games. In real life he has nothing, but inside the Butoon game he is the strongest and everyone respects him a lot. He even got married inside a ball. But then suddenly Seiko's eyes of death open. He finds himself on one island. Then he sees that he is stuck in a parachute. As he goes down, he sees that his head is injured and he doesn't remember at all how he got here. Then his gaze falls on his hand, where one glass was implanted under his skin. Then he finds his bag there, holding clothes, another bag, and some food. Then, when he goes into the middle of Sakamoto Forest, he gets scared seeing bugs and creepy crawlies all around and quickly runs and reaches the shore of one open sea. Then he remembered one memory that some time ago his mom had applied for a job for him at a convenience store. But later when he found out about it, he yelled at his mom a lot that he wouldn't take any job because he already had one job. Then when he comes out of the one store, some men wearing black suits come up and ask him, "Are you Sakamoto?" And after that he doesn't remember much. Then he eats the food he found in the bag. And when he opens the other bag he found, he takes out a small box from it. When he presses the one button on it, a countdown starts and then Sakamoto throws it away from him, causing an explosion there. And then he realizes that these are all bombs. At that moment Sakamoto sees one man in the distance and tries to call him for help. But the man suddenly throws one bomb at him. Seeing this, he thinks it's exactly like a button gimmick. Sakamoto runs away from him and goes very far, where he thinks he's finally escaped. But then the man attacks him again from behind, and seeing this he flees from him. Then when he throws the bomb like that man, the bomb doesn't even explode, and he remembers that he also has to press the bomb switch. After that he sneaks up behind the man and, trying to scare him with the bomb, starts asking questions. He asks him, "Why do you want me to believe you? Where are we right now? And why did I have a glass in my hand and a bomb in the bag?" On hearing this the man bursts out laughing and says, "You're an idiot who remembers nothing. You don't even know how to use a bomb. So how are you going to scare me?" Having said that, the man throws a bomb at Sakamoto, causing Sakamoto to fall down and start running to save his life. Then he surrenders in front of him and tries to talk to him. But the man attacks him again and Sakamoto falls into the bushes. Later, when he looks at his bomb, he realizes that it has a countdown, and when the countdown finishes the bomb explodes on its own. At that moment the man comes over and threatens Sakamoto to come out, saying that if you don't come out, I'll blow up the whole area with a bomb. And then Sakamoto climbs out and jumps into the water. Seeing this, the man also comes to the shore after him and says you can't stay underwater forever. So whenever you come up, I'll finish you off easily. But just then a bomb explodes under the man's feet, blowing him to pieces. When Sakamoto comes up, he feels terrible about it because he had killed someone for the first time. Then he takes that man's bombs and keeps them with him. In the next scene we see that earlier, when Sakamoto was playing a game in his room, his mom comes in and tells him that she spoke to his uncle about getting him a job at his restaurant, to which he says he doesn't need a job right now because he already has one. In response his mom says, "You've been saying that for 2 years, but you just sit in your room all day playing games." And on hearing this, Sakamoto throws his controller at his mom, tells her to leave, and then he wakes up. But still he sees a girl sitting by the water, and as soon as the girl sees Sakamoto, she gets very scared. After that we see the story of the girl named Hinuku, who had been a Buto player, and one day when she was in the lobby Sakamoto's team came there and, seeing them, the girl thought that this was Japan's strongest team. Even their photos have appeared in gaming magazines. But then Sakamoto comes over from there, approaches the boy and invites him to play with him, after which the two of them start playing together. As Niku and her friends walked along, all the boys stared at her. Her friends said, "Everyone's eyes stop on you. Your eyes and figure look amazing, too." Later Hinu tells her that she had met Buduankon or Sakomoton yesterday, and by playing one game with them her rank had increased a lot. After that, Hinu thinks that I was just an ordinary girl who would come home from school to hang out with my friends and occasionally play games at home. But then one day she finds herself on an island where she has nothing but a lot of bombs. So she was lying by the water. Next we again see in her flashback that one day, when she was sitting in school, her friend showed her a form which said that if you write the name of the man you want to get rid of on it, you will receive 1 lakh rupees. Then one girl says that it's actually true and many people have gone missing. But after that everyone again treats it as a joke and starts laughing. Then when Hinukuya Lamar opened her eyes, there were some men in front of her who told her, "We are not your enemies, so there's no need to be afraid. But no one can say when someone might come to kill us, so we must stay together." Later, while everyone was sitting together eating, one of them says that we have no idea how we'll get out of here. So let's do exactly as Kane told us and get out of here. To which the other man says that we should work together now. And I'm a teacher, so I could never do anything wrong. In response, the man says that people who think like you are the weakest. So the teacher says you're thinking I'm weak. And then he sets down his bomb. Whereupon the other man stands up, grabs Koko, and tells him to do as he says. But then Hinako's turn gun helps her get out of there. After which the man says he was just joking with you, because if he'd wanted to kill you, you'd have been dead long ago. Then the third boy tells everyone that we must support each other here one. So everyone take out your weapons. To Ed, they see a box falling there from a plane. As they get closer, they see it's full of food and everyone starts eating. Just then, the teacher storms in, yelling that food is vital here, so it must be shared equally and eaten in small portions. At that moment, another man sneaks up and smashes the teacher with a 1 pack. Next we again see the Hirokuke flashback where he had invited his friends to introduce them to some boys. And those boys were very popular. When Hanuka and her friends meet them, Hinek tells her to go first because she had to bring some snacks. In the next scene we see that when Hinukuelita was sleeping, the third boy comes and wakes her up and says this is our chance to escape before those people wake up. Hinukoko doesn't understand. So the boy explains that, just as that man killed the teacher earlier, he might kill us too. So it's best to get out of here. And they take all the food and bombs and leave. After going a short distance, when they stop to drink water, the boy realizes that the man is following them and they start to run away. After that, when they were crossing a bridge, the man began searching for them, and seeing this the boy threw his bomb at him, which released poisonous gas there. After that the boy takes Hinek by the hand and leads her forward, saying that if we want to stay here we'll have to kill people. To which Hinek tells him she doesn't want to kill anyone, and then she tries to pull her hand away from him, but the boy keeps holding her hand. Seeing this, Hinek punches him once, after which the boy grabs her, and Hinek attacks him with a stun gun and runs away. Then we revisit her flashback again. Hinu brings snacks to her friends in the boys' room, and finds her friends lying unconscious inside there, clothes ripped and torn. She panics. A boy sneaks up behind and tells her to obey. Inuku slaps him and bolts outside, but then hears her friends' voices in the hallway, suddenly begging her desperately to come back and help them. Then she runs away from there and calls the police. And a few days later when she meets her friends they tell her, "It was all your fault. So whatever happened is your fault. I want you to disappear." Inu was just thinking about all this when she saw that the boy had found her again, and he grabbed her hand and began forcing himself on her. Whereupon she called out for help. And then she thought maybe I didn't save my friends that day, so this is my punishment. And then she took out her 1 bomb and prepared to die. Seeing this, the boy runs away in fear, and Hinu throws that bomb at him, which kills the boy on the spot. After that, when she went to the water to wash her clothes, she saw Sakamoto, which terrified her, and she grabbed her belongings and ran away. Sakamoto tries to call her from behind, but she ignores him and walks away. Next, Sakamoto decides to find him for food and uses his radar. When Sakamoto arrives, another man is there. He panics in fear. He started begging for his life. upon which Sakamoto asked him many questions and the man agreed to answer. Then the man tells Sakamoto that some men in black suits had kidnapped me, and when I opened my eyes I was inside a plane. There were many other people on that plane besides me. Some people were even standing in front with guns. Then, on a big screen in front, there was a man. He comes and says that right now you all are about to enter a very entertaining game. This plane is now heading to a place where no one lives. If you want to get out of there, you'll have to get through the game, and for that you'll have to fight each other with the bombs you were given. Each of you has one chip attached to your hand. No matter how hard you try, you won't be able to remove it. But when your heartbeat stops, it will come off your hand on its own. And to progress, you'll have to kill others and gather their chips. But then someone comes over and starts answering that man and speaks as if he knows him. And then they grab him, hit him on the head with a stun gun, and knock him unconscious. And after that they put a parachute on him and throw him out from above. Hearing all this, Sakamoto understands how he came into the forest and how he was hit on the head. And he still couldn't understand why the rules here were exactly like Butoon game. Because it couldn't be a coincidence. Which probably means the Butunki developers are behind all this. Then the man comes up to Sakamoto and asks him if he would like to work with him, saying it's better that we stay together than be alone in a place like this. Hearing this, Sakamoto thinks it means we'll have to kill 14 people together. So he asks the man what he thinks about this game, whether he could kill someone, to which the man says he absolutely couldn't do that. Killing one man is not a game for me. Hearing this, Shako thinks that if he hadn't known about the Butoon game either, he would probably have thought the same. Then the man says that if you don't want to team up with me, it's okay. You're still very young, so I don't want to be a burden on you. But then Sakamoto stops him from behind and agrees to team up with him. He then says, my one condition is that you have to show me your bombs. If I know what type they are and how many you have, I'll feel safe with you. To which the man replies, I can't do that, because if I show you mine I won't be able to trace you until you show me your bombs. And anyway, we only have this one weapon, so I think we should hide each other's weapons. Hearing this, Sakamoto is impressed and thinks that this man is very smart. To win this game, it's not enough to just be good at the game. You also need to know how to deal with others, so teaming up with him will be beneficial for me. After that, Sakamoto teams up with him like that, upon which the man asks him why and says that his name is Tayakishi. Then Sakamoto sees that food is falling there from a plane, and he thinks that this time everyone will want food, so everyone will surely come to take it, which means the people who made this game want to make us fight each other. Later, when Sakamoto goes toward the flower, he sees that a girl reaches there before him, but as soon as she lifts that box, a bomb explodes beneath her, and she dies on the spot. Then another boy comes from behind, snatches her chip from her hand, and takes the food and leaves. Seeing this, Sakamoto realizes that the boy had set a trap there beforehand because he knew that when people see food they would definitely come to take it. If I had reached the food first, I probably wouldn't be alive now. After that he sits there sadly. A little while later, when someone comes there and someone asks if you brought food, to which Sakamoto apologizes to him, and then, seeing that girl's corpse there, he becomes shocked. Upon which Sakamoto tells him that someone had set a trap there, and that if I had gone there before that girl, I would have been torn to pieces as well. After that, Sakamoto stands up and, heading into the forest, says that there is one more food box, but it's a bit far, and maybe others are already going that way too, and who knows, our lives could be at risk in it. So there's no need to risk our lives just for some food. Hearing this, Kiyoshi says that not getting food right now would be no less than death for us, because if we stay hungry someone could come and kill us. So if we can't bring this food, we won't be able to survive later either. And then they go into the forest. And a little farther on, Sako, he stops and checks his radar and senses someone in the distance. When they go a little further from there, they see that a boy has killed a man and stolen his food. And both of them are shocked. And with that, we end this part here. So if you liked the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon.